Good morning, y'all. Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with another sandy day inside Johns Pass. Absolutely sanded in here inside Johns Pass with a huge amount of sand that extends all the way to the bridge. It's just maybe a foot deep all the way up underneath the bridge. So all this water in here is very, very shallow, and we can almost walk to the bridge. I'm only in about ankle deep water now, and we are getting close. We are getting close to being able to fish the middle of the pass with ease because of how big this sand is getting. And we need your help. If you can, shoot me an email to info@hubbardsmarina.com or shoot me a text message to 727-393-1947 with your email address, and I will send you an email with all the city, county, and state official email addresses that you can reach out to. But one thing I wanted to address is yesterday we did this same video showing all the sand and how big of an issue it is, and the city started sending out emails, the city of Madeira Beach, saying that we're working hard, actively working. We've sent letters. All right, so they've sent letters and they're actively working, and they don't have jurisdiction. Yet this is the city drain underneath there, buried in the sand. So over a week's time, the city drain continues to be clogged up. Nothing has been addressed with the city drain. So this is the city of Madeira Beach actively working on the sand issue, leaving their drains clogged up, so if it rains, storm sewer water backs up into Johns Pass. So I guess that's the city actively working. I don't know. And then they also said that you might have been misinformed, that the city's taking an active role in being very, I forget exactly how they worded their email responses. There was a canned response they were sending back to everybody who reached out. But they were saying that they've been reaching out. So they sent a letter to Army Corps of Engineers, and I guess that was the definition of actively working. So the city vice mayor, Doug Andrews, is trying to plan an emergency meeting with the city commission, and they're actually going to try to hold it out here on the beach behind me to show that the city's trying to help us out. The mayor, the vice mayor have been pretty active, but unfortunately, City Public Works Department, run by Jamie Ahearns, refuses to help us with this drainage problem. It's been over a week, drain's still clogged. And the county is saying they don't have jurisdiction. Yet the major issue here is that this jetty is overtaken with sand. If you walk out to the end of the jetty, sand wraps all the way around it. So on every incoming tide, more sand builds up behind me because the county's jetty is overtaken with sand. And they say they don't have jurisdiction, yet the Army Corps of Engineers is saying the county is the non-federal sponsor on the inlet management plan. And that inlet management plan that they did in 2018 has an alternative for lengthening these jetties by 230 feet. If they were to lengthen the jetty by 230 feet, could you imagine the great amount of fish and manatees and dolphins that would be able to move through this pass, and we'd have such a better structure, and we'd have no more sand encroachment, we'd have no sand buildup, we'd be able to dredge this sand out and it wouldn't come back. In 2017, nearly $200,000 was spent to remove this sand behind me, and it only took about a year's time, less than a year's time, for that sand beach to build right back. It is crazy how fast the sand comes in. So if we fix the problem long term by lengthening the jetties, which is already laid out in the county's inlet management plan, Alternative 6, we lengthen these jetties by 230 feet, and Florida's legislative body is able to move forward with getting funding for the beach groins on Madeira Beach, which was already proposed in January of 2020, but unfortunately COVID shut down all the funding for all the legislation. If those beach groins are funded and built If county will take action on their 2018 inlet management plan and choose alternative 6, we will have no more sand encroachment. We will have no more drainage issues if the city will put a culvert on their drain, and then the DOT needs to come out and clean the mess that they left after they built the new Johns Pass Bridge. So it's a very multifaceted, multi-agency problem, and that's the issue here, is everybody's finger pointing. The city's saying it's not our jurisdiction, the county's saying it's not our jurisdiction, the DOT is saying nothing. Yet, it's all their jurisdiction. The city has complete jurisdiction over the drain that they've left clogged for a week now. The county has complete jurisdiction over that jetty project that is in their inlet management plan. And then the Florida legislation is in charge of getting funding for those beach groins. And FDOT left all this crap here after they built the bridge. We've got the photographic evidence. So these people all have jurisdiction. It's all on their plate. We need to get everybody at the table and fix this. There's been only one meeting on this subject, and it was only one county commissioner that was there. And on top of that, that result of that meeting was just blaming FDOT for this entire problem. And they were the only people not in the room, so they got blamed. It's an ongoing issue that everybody needs to stand up for, and we need your help. So shoot me an email to info@hubbardsmarina.com, and I'll send you the email addresses that you can help us reach out to, or text me at 727-393-1947, and I will send you the email list. But you got to text me your email. Look at this sand from underneath the bridge all the way around. Extends way beyond the end of the dock. Look how far that beach extends into the pass. Crazy, crazy. It's getting bigger every day. Johns Pass is closing up, nearly a third choked up with sand, and it's only getting worse. And the finger pointing continues, no action, just continued meetings and proposals on studies, and no one is willing to take action to do that long-term fix of lengthening the jetties, rebuilding the Madeira Beach beach groins, and the city needs to fix the drainage issues. Crazy how big this beach is getting. Only gonna get worse here, folks.